often have you considered how your refusal is perceived by the other person? 6 common patterns of behavior when saying no can lead to hurt feelings, misunderstandings, and even broken relationships. Today, I'm going to talk about 6 destructive ways to say no so that we can learn to avoid them. You refuse, and then you very emotionally blame and apologize to yourself. Sorry, I can't meet in the evening. I understand this is awful. You were expecting a different answer, but what can I do? I can't change my plans. If only I had known earlier. This conveys a "I'm not okay" stance, which is a risk to your self-respect. And the other person, if they are empathetic and care about you, will feel doubly awkward with this form of refusal, as if they have burdened you so much with their request. On the other hand, if they are determined to get their way at any cost, this form of refusal will most likely make them try to persuade you to change your mind and agree. Because with this behavior, you show that you yourself don't believe you have the right to refuse. The deceptive maneuver. This is when you lie about the reasons why you can't agree. People come up with incredibly dramatic situations. This is done out of anxiety, again, the fear of simply saying no. Research shows that lying is bad. The brain is under stress, anxiety levels are higher, and it costs more energy and memory. Self-deprecation. Saying things like, I wouldn't be able to, and you probably don't even need it anyway. Or, I'm not the right person to ask about this. I wouldn't be able to handle it. This is how you devalue yourself. Throwing out a million far-fetched arguments. The more arguments you give, the more your explanation sounds like an excuse. You kind of say no, but at the same time you give hope and drag things out. This lowers your own anxiety level. But when you eventually give the final refusal, it will be more painful for the other person. Some people say, I won't do this, but I offer an alternative. The problem is that while you've seemingly refused, you still take on a portion of the responsibility. Now let's talk about how to refuse properly. Here's the approach. Listen, don't refuse immediately. Don't show a lack of interest. Slight validation. Thanks for asking. Do I understand the situation? Clear. No. It's best to phrase it as, I don't do this in principle, as a statement of fact. Next important point, provide one main argument, briefly and concisely. But remember, you are not obligated to justify yourself if you don't want to. Sometimes a simple, no, this doesn't work for me, is enough. Final positive note, I hope you find someone who can help you. You'll be able to solve this problem. Or, if I were in your shoes. If they offer counter-arguments to your reasons, you are not obligated to take the bait. You simply return to saying no. This approach combines politeness, respect for the other person, and self-respect. Don't forget that the world isn't black and white. You can agree to part of the proposal or help to the extent that you are comfortable. If they offer counter-arguments to your reasons, you are not